we were getting ready to go over to Robin's house, and the telephone rang, and Claude answered the phone, and when he got off the phone, I said, well, who was that? And he said, well, it was Gene. He wanted to borrow something, some of the tools or something, but he said, if Viv comes, make sure that she's not wearing her garden clothes. And I said, oh, okay, fine. So what does he want to borrow? Oh, he says, I'll get it, and I'll put it in the car. So we drove over to Robin's house, and I hadn't thought about it even being my birthday because we don't really celebrate birthdays. But I drove up in front of Robin's house, and I knew something was going on because there was Betty's car and a couple of other cars that I didn't recognize. And there was a banner on the front of Robin's house that went all the way across the front of the house that said, Happy birthday, Mom. So that was the first indication I had that it was going to be my birthday celebration.
A one, and a two, and a three, and a...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Granny. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Many more. We're done.
Granny Viv, you've given me advice over the years, and I've always listened to all of it. Except one time I remember I was driving cross country and stopped by to stay with you and Claude on the way to Monterey when I was just 21 or 22 years old. And you sat me down and you said, the best piece of advice I can give you is live with the man first. Don't get married. But I have to tell you, I didn't follow that advice, and I think it's still working out okay.
That's what you're telling her? You're proving her wrong for her birthday?
But everything else you always told me I listened to. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Granny Viv. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're enjoying all of the videos and seeing all of the great pictures. Love you very much.
I was going to say, I don't have any stories. I just remember the cream spinach. And maybe the brisket. And maybe all the stories about ignoring the signals from the stomach and learning how to eat. That's all.
Oh, I've got one that will tie in with Jacob.
What?
I remember going to visit Granny Viv, and she made me some kind of a gin drink. And I absolutely hated it. And Jacob even hated it. And Granny Viv sat us down and she said, it takes a while. You got to keep drinking them, but then you'll acquire a taste for it.
Well, it was Claude that taught us how to drink gin. And Granny Viv, who reminded us that with work you could cut the cutty off the sark.
How are you? 虽然我们没有到你家里去
Although we didn't go to your house,
我们在尼克家祝福你
we
Celebrate
your birthday at Nicole's house.
Very good.
祝你生日快乐
Happy birthday.
That it?
Done.
Okay.
I would like to quote the words of Sir William Shakespeare, but I don't really know if he said this, but if he didn't, that would greatly destroy my respect for classical literature. I like bacon.
I like bacon.
Excellent.
That was your message to Viv?
Excellent.
Okay.
Let Shelley finish her
As
story.
in Francis Bacon, right?
Shelley needs to
No, I
finish
like
her
bacon.
story.
I heard Sir Francis Bacon may have been actually Shakespeare. May have actually.
That's why I thought you were referring to it.
No, I was referring to the food that was
Oh, I
taken to
thought
the
you were-
stomach of a pig.
Alice does not remember this story, so I'm going to remind her. This was probably, at least 8 years ago. And they asked at school for them to write down the name of someone that they greatly admired and why. And she wrote down, this was right after you had visited Granny Viv, she wrote down, I admire my Granny Viv because whatever she thinks, she just says it.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I remember that.
So, and how do you feel now? Do you wish you could just say what was on your mind?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not always. Sometimes it's not good up here.
On the other hand, what Granny Viv thinks is always good.
Yes.
So, Patty, will you say that with Luke too? Get him up there. You can be the.
Are you going to say something?
Oh, I need to say something?
Yeah, it would be nice.
Okay. I wish I was.
You can do it.
You've had 3 months to do this.
We've had 3 months?
Yes.
Oh, we're slow. Uh-oh. Are we going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Cue card.
do we say something?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So I'll start that then. Okay.
Okay.
So when Alice was a baby, we bought Granny the, show Alice the first time.
Come watch
And then
it, show.
she doesn't have a crib, and she was a little bit worried, but by the time we arrived in her house, she showed us a baby-sized swimming pool on the second floor loft, and then it has the edging that is tall enough to stop Alice from crawling out. So it served the purpose for the crib. So that's how smart Granny Viv was, and she's creative.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
And you've always loved swimming ever since, right?
I guess so. Okay, that's how we tie the story together.
Nick.
Yes. When I swim, I go swimming for Granny Viv.
Yay.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
I wrote a song just for you. V is for the very heart of you. I is for that very Xanadu. V is for that very extraordinary. Viv, this birthday card's for you. Yeah.
This is a tribute to one of my very favorite travel companions, Viv. And so we have representative collages of our various trips. I don't have the Samoa trip that we made in the 90s, but Deborah has some pictures of it. Followed then by the trip we made down to Deborah's house in Florida, where we met you in Atlanta and had the birthday party for my mom, and I think that was her 80th birthday. And then the next trip was our UK trip, then Ireland, then coming out to San Diego in 08, I believe, March, then in 09, our trip to San Francisco, then our cruise in 10, and then Sequoia in 11. So I just wanted to say, hopefully we have another 15 years of traveling together. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Okay. I want to read you a little bit from a book that we would have found very handy on some of our road trips. After starting the engine, fully depress the brake pedal, move the selector lever from the park position to any of your desired shift positions. Happy birthday, Granny. I love you, and I hope that we can have some more road trips where we don't know what the selector lever is even used for.
Granny's such an amazing person. She's one of my favorite people, and every time I go to her house, she always makes me breakfast and asks me what I want, like if I want French toast or like anything. And then for lunch, she always makes me grilled cheese and tomato soup, and she's just a great person, and I love spending time with her. Happy birthday, Granny. I love you.
Hey, Granny. Just want to say congrats on 80, and that we all love you and hope it's the best.
Happy birthday. Damn it. Couldn't ask for a better mother-in-law, and I hope we have many more birthdays together. Bye.
Okay, Mom knows this story, but maybe the rest of you don't. But her dad told her when I was born, he says, well, Viv, he says, look on the bright side. When Mike's 65, you'll only be 80. So I'm close enough. Happy birthday.
Okay, well, happy birthday, Mom. I started to say Granny, but that's not true. You are my mother. Happy 80th birthday. I can't believe it's 80th birthday already. I wanted to say to you that I love you very much. I respect you very much. I appreciate all you've done for me all my life. I've always had this statement that, you know, as we were kids and growing up together, and I know that that's not true because you were the adult and I was the child, but we had so much fun when I was a kid growing up that I always felt like we were growing up together. Anyway, happy birthday, and I wish you many, many more.